Namaskar. Good morning, everyone. So, my name is Medha and I am your Sanskrit teacher. Welcome to my channel, Sanskrit Made Easy. So, Sanskrit is a very wonderful and easy language to learn. I will make it very easy for you throughout my classes. Not only will I teach you the lectures and the lessons given in the textbook, even school teachers will teach you that. But what I will be teaching you is tips on how to memorize things easily in Sanskrit and how to actually study the good study techniques and methods that will help you score in your exams. So I have completed my 10th and 12th and I have taken my second language as Sanskrit, and in both in 10th I got 100%, even in 12th I have passed my Sanskrit subject with 100%. So even you can get out of out if you study in the proper method. So today's class is for those students who don't know anything about Sanskrit. So I am a cbse student, so I will also be taking up cbse syllabus. So Sanskrit is introduced to students in the cbse curriculum in 6th standard. So not as a second language but as a third language, I guess. In my time it was third language. So yeah, let us begin with 6th standard syllabus of Sanskrit because that is when it is introduced to the students. So I know you don't know anything about it, but there's nothing to be afraid about Sanskrit language. It's very easy. Let's begin with the basic grammar first. So basically in schools and all, I think they will start with the first lesson, but we will take it up in a different way. I will start with basic grammar, then we will go up to the first lesson in my next video. So I will be today's video, I will be giving you a brief summary about what and all is there in the Sanskrit syllabus of 6th standard, the entire syllabus review and not review, summary I will be giving you. So as in any language, Sanskrit also has two parts, grammar and literature. So today we will be starting with the grammar. So first, just a second. So there are 15 lessons in the 6th standard cbse textbook. So we will be taking up from the first lesson onwards in the next video. Today we'll start with basic grammar. So in any language, let us take English. Consider a simple sentence. For example, using my name itself, Medha eats apple. We can write an apple also, but to make it simple, okay, bacha. Okay, so I hope you can see the board clearly. If you cannot, please comment it. Next time I will arrange it in a different way. Okay, so as in any other subject like English, a simple sentence. So we have a subject, verb and an object, correct? Similarly, in Sanskrit also, I've written the same sentence in Sanskrit. You do not have to worry about the meaning right now. Just try to understand the basics what I'm telling you. That even in Sanskrit, in any sentence, there will be a subject, object and a verb. Just the order is different. In Sanskrit, actually, any order you write, it is acceptable. But if you write it in this order, it's easy for us to understand. So in the textbook also, usually sentences are written in this order also, only. So we have a subject which can be noun or pronoun basically in Sanskrit language, and it is called as kridantaha. And we have a object. So here apple is the object, phalam is apple, Medha is Medha, the name. So I have written noun. So this is the object, phalam. So apple, basically phalam means fruit. Okay, so phalam means fruit. Fruit is object over here. So we have written object means karma padam. Object is said as karma padam in Sanskrit language. Then we have the verb eats, khadati. Khadati means eats. So we have khadati is a verb, so action word, which is called in Sanskrit as kriya padam. So kridantaha subject, karma padam object, kriya padam verb or action word. So this is the simple. Same thing is there in the English language also, Sanskrit language also. Basic sentences are found in this way only. Let's talk about each of these one by one. First we will be talking about noun. So I have to write down something, so I'll pause for a minute. Okay children, thank you for waiting a few seconds. So when you consider noun in Sanskrit is namapadam. So basically in any language for noun, what you will have gender, and you will have like how many singular, plural term for that and all. So now any word you take, not only a noun, this is for any word. So now in gender, which is linga in Sanskrit, so you have 3 genders in Sanskrit language. I know in English it's only 2, male and female. In Sanskrit we have 3 genders: Pullinga, male; Strilinga, female; and Napumsakalinga, neutral gender. I will give you examples. Like for example, Ramaha. Ramaha or is a boy's name, or you can consider boy child. So Balaka. So that is a Pullinga, male, and Strilinga, female. Female child in Sanskrit is Balika. So Balika is example for Strilinga, and Napumsakalinga. So the example for Napumsakalinga is Pushpa. Pushpa means flower, and in Sanskrit language, just sorry children, there was some disturbance. Yeah, so in Sanskrit language, the word for flower Pushpa is given Napumsakalinga, neutral gender. Okay, next we go to Vachana. So in any English language, there's only 2 Vachana. That is for single and plural. Singular is Ekavachana, plural is Dvivachana. That means Ekavachana is when you are talking about one thing or one person, and Dvivachana is used when you are talking about 2 things or 2 people. And there is also a Bahuvachana. So for more than 2, like if you are talking about 3 people or 3 things or more than 3, so 3 or more. So for many, we use Bahuvachana. Okay? Don't worry, I know this looks a little complicated, but I will make it easy to understand for you when we take up the next concept. So now, speaking about the next concept, you can turn to page number 89 of your 6th standard textbook. So my textbook is page number 89, so it should be this page. I hope you can see. Yeah, it should be this page where this table is given. So when you talk about this page, the example I gave you, Balaka. So let us read it slowly and try to understand. Akaranta, I'll keep it here. Akaranta pullinga shabdaha balakaha. Akaranta means it is ending in akara. That is the letter a. Okay, I'll just write it on the board to explain. Okay children, so for now this much is enough. So when we say Akaranta pullinga shabdaha balaka, pullinga means male gender, I told you. This word is for male. Now Akaranta means this word is ending in akara. So when you take this word's last letter ka, how do you write ka? So you write ka full is equal to half ka plus a. This is a vyanjana, this is a swara. Half ka plus a is equal to full ka. So ka plus a is ka. Correct? So therefore it's ending in a. So it's akaranta. Akaranta. Sorry. Ends in a. So it is akaranta. So now I told you there is ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. What is this vibhakti? Vibhakti is nothing but if you have learned any other language like Kannada or Hindi, there is something like karak or karaka. Like in Hindi, when you have to, for example, in Hindi you have karta ne karm ko, right? करण से संप्रदान को के लिए अपादान से अलग होना Adhikaran maple. Remember this? That is this vibhakti. Or for example in Kannada, when you say avanu or avanannu or avanige, avanigagi, so all of this comes in vibhakti. Karak is vibhakti. So if you want to consider in the English language, for example, when you have to say there's a person called as Ram. So when you have to say for Ram, correct? So in Sanskrit language, for the for, there is no separate word. You make certain changes to the root word Ram itself. You add either a suffix or a prefix. Suffix is the letters or the part of word that you add after a word, and prefix is part of word that you add before a word to change the meaning of that word little slightly. I think you know what prefix and suffix means. So when you add a prefix or a suffix to the root word, the meaning of the word changes, correct? So in Sanskrit language, instead of writing for Rama, you add some prefix or suffix to the word Rama and the meaning changes and becomes for Rama. Okay, so that is nothing but this vibhakti. Don't take any tension. I'll explain you very slowly in detail. This was just a brief. Right, so first let me explain you about this vibhakti, then we will consider the whole table. Okay, children, now on this table itself, page number 89, first table, you will be wondering why do we have to read this table, because for many of you, your teacher would have told you, you have to by heart this table, it's very important. Yes, it is very important. Let me tell you why, because I don't think many of you know why you have to by heart it actually. So this table is the basis for forming any sentence in Sanskrit. I will teach you how. So this is a very important table. Listen carefully. First I will teach you all of this, then I will explain you the importance. So to able to read any sentence or understand any word and its meaning, you need to know these tables. So first, when you come to this, I would prefer it if you look into your textbook when I explain, or you can also look at this, it's okay. So you can make a note once I am done. Right now, don't write anything. You can pause the video and write. So, Prathama Vibhakti, I will tell you the meaning. First, look into your textbooks. Here, up, Akaranta Pullinga Shabda Balaka, it's only given Balaka. But here you can see Balaka. 2 dots are there, right? So these 2 dots is the symbol for aha ki matra. So visarga bindu it's called. This is the suffix that we are adding to this word. So this word balaka is the root word, and over here the suffix is this visarga bindu, 2 dots. Okay. Now that is what I was telling you about. When you add a suffix or a prefix, it changes the meaning of the word. Now, whatever I will teach you here will tell you what the word will mean. So, Prathama Vibhakti, when you see Balakaha. So, right now don't concentrate on Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam, only focus on Vibhakti and Ekavachanam. We will learn for one, that is singular. So, the meaning is the same, but it will be easier for you to understand if you look at only the singular part for now. Prathama is used for, in English, you can say like just exists. For example, if I want to say a glass is there, so when that meaning comes for a glass, I will use the glass in Prathama Vibhakti. Okay? Or if you want to go in the Hindi meaning, it is the Karta. Karta Karak is Prathama Vibhakti. Dvitiya Vibhakti is in English, Dvitiya Vibhakti is Karma Karak. Okay, children, sorry. So Dvitiya Vibhakti is Karma Karak in Hindi, and in Kannada, Annu. So the meaning like Avan Annu. When you say Annu, that meaning will come in Dvitiya Vibhakti when you use in Sanskrit. If you want in English, it is to. Simply 2. Okay? I will give you the examples later on. For example, Okay, I will give you the example after some time. Let us complete this first. So Dvitiya Vibhakti will give the meaning to. For example, Balakam dadatu. So if you see in this table, Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Balakam is given. So so that half ma which is there, that is the suffix that gives the meaning to. It is generally used when you are using Dvitiya Vibhakti is generally used when you are writing an object. So when you are writing an object in a sentence, it will be written in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Okay, for example, Balakam dadatu means give to child. Balaka is child, right? So dadatu is give. So when you want to say give to child or give to the child, so for the to, the meaning will come in Dvitiya Vibhakti. You will use Dvitiya Vibhakti. Okay, next coming to Tritiya Vibhakti. So Tritiya Vibhakti is Karan Karak in Hindi, and in English it will come in the meaning by or with. So when you want to say I wrote something by the pen, or you can write by using. By using meaning will come from the word when you write it in Tritiya Vibhakti. So when you write by using a pen, so pen you will write in Tritiya Vibhakti when you want that meaning to come in Sanskrit. Okay, or with. For example, when I want to go, for example, I will say I went with the child. So with child meaning should come. So when I went out to the park with the child, like that, you're going with someone. So the example I will tell you. So it should come in Tritiya Vibhakti. Example for that is Balakena. You can see in this table Tritiya Vibhakti Balakena. So aham Balakena saha agachat. Agachat, you don't have to worry about that right now. That is a past tense word. But you focus on Balakena saha. So saha means with actually, but when you want the meaning to come with, you have to use Tritiya Vibhakti. Okay, so Balakena. Okay, next. Or for example, by using example I didn't give, no? So I came here by using the car. So by using the car meaning I should get means I have to use Tritiya Vibhakti. So in Sanskrit, if I write it as car itself, it will become Karena. So as you can see in Balakena, ena is the suffix added. So to make kar into Tritiya Vibhakti, you will write ena, so it will become Karena. Don't worry about that right now. It was just an example. Hope you understood. You have to only focus on Tritiya Vibhakti. Any word in Tritiya Vibhakti, meaning attached to it is by using or with. Next coming to Chaturthi Vibhakti. So Chaturthi Vibhakti meaning is for. Avanigagi, uske liye, ke liye meaning coming in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So it is for. For example, give food for the beggar. Like I have brought this for you only. So that kind of meaning will come if you use the word in Chaturthi. Panchami Vibhakti. Now Panchami Vibhakti in Hindi it is okay, yeah, in Hindi Chaturthi Vibhakti is Sampradan Karak. Okay, now Panchami is Apadan Karak. Apadan se alag hona means meaning is coming from. So if you use a word in Panchami Vibhakti, the meaning comes as from. So for example, the fruit fell from the tree. When you want from the tree, you have to use Panchami. So the sentence in Sanskrit will be Vrikshat phalam patati. So here also you can see Panchami Vibhakti Ekavachanam Balakat. So at, Balaka plus at, Balakat. So at is the suffix that is used. I will give you all this detailed notes later. Next coming to Shashti Vibhakti. Just a second. Okay, so I hope you all understood Panchami. So when you see in this table Balakat, right? So Vrikshat phalam patati. Fruit fell from the tree. From the tree Vrikshat. So that's just an example for this term. You don't have to focus on that. Focus on Panchami Vibhakti meaning means from. Next, coming to Shashti Vibhakti. So Shashti in Hindi is okay. In Hindi, Shashti Vibhakti, there is no karak name given as such. But when I tell you in English, Shashti Vibhakti means of. So when you want to mean of, you use Shashti Vibhakti. Okay. For example, or if you want to say this is somebody's thing. For example, this is Rama's pen. So for Rama's pen, Rama's in Sanskrit will be Ramasya. Then you write the word pen. So it will mean Rama's pen. So the apostrophe S. Of meaning will come from Shashti Vibhakti. So you can see in the textbook. Like I said, Ramasya. Here it is given Balakasya. Or you can, okay, or your Lekhani is pen in Sanskrit, okay. So when you want to say the child's pen, Balaka means child, so the child's pen in Sanskrit will be Balakasya Lekhani or Balakasya pen. So you understood the meaning of Balakasya? That means this Asya is the suffix for making the term Balaka into Shashti Vibhakti. So when you make it into Shashti Vibhakti, it will mean of. Like Balakasya means of Balaka. Okay. Next, coming to Saptami. So Saptami in Hindi is given as Adhikarana Karaka, may par. But in English also it is may par only, in or on. Saptami will mean in or on. For example, if you want to say on the table or in the table, you will use Saptami. Okay, so Saptami is also used to say about places, but that I will tell you in the next lecture. So right now Saptami means in or on. Okay. So the best example for this will be on the table or in the table. So for that you will use Saptami Vibhakti. Okay, so in here also it's given Saptami Balake. So when you write a, Balaka plus a Balake, okay. So when you add that suffix and you make it Balake, it will mean in or on. So basically this means in child or on child. Okay. Okay children, sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, so if you want an example for Saptami Vibhakti, then you can write Utpitika. Utpitika means table in Sanskrit. Okay. So you want to mean it in table or on table. It sounds better. On table. You have to use Utpitika in Saptami Vibhakti. Okay. Next, coming to Sambodhana Vibhakti, the last one. Sambodhana Vibhakti is generally used if you want to call someone or you're calling out to someone. Like if somebody is going there, a person named Radha is going, so you want to call her, you will call, hey Radhe. So like that, it's used for calling. So that is Sambodhana. Okay. So you can copy this down, you can copy it down by pausing, then I will write down in Hindi also what it means. Okay. Can I erase it? I hope you have copied it down. I am going to erase it now. If you haven't written, you can go back in the video, pause it and write it. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so now in Hindi I will give you, so you can, okay. Now I will give you in Hindi. You can note it down. Prathama Vibhakti is Karta Karak. So Karta name meaning will come. Ditiya Vibhakti is Karma Karak. So in Hindi you can write the meaning as Karak. Okay? Vibhakti means Karak in Hindi. So Ditiya Karma Karak meaning will come. That is Karma Ko. Tritiya will come Karan Karak. Karan से चतुर्थी संप्रदान कारक. संप्रदान के लिए के लिए मीनिंग संप्रदान के लिए पंचमी will come अपादान कारक मीनिंग अपादान से अलग अपादान से अलग होना सप्तमी. Okay, this is for panchami. For shashti there is no karak in Hindi and saptami will be adhikaran. अधिकरण कारक which is में या फिर पर. Okay, में पर. And sambodhanam also there is no as such meaning in Hindi. So you can write down this. I will read it for you in case any problem is there, any glaring is there. प्रथमा कर्ता ने द्वितीया कर्म को तृतीया करण से चतुर्थी संप्रदान के लिए मीनिंग पंचमी अपादान से अलग होना षष्ठी अधिकरण में पर षष्ठी there is no karak. This for saptami. Okay, sorry children. So षष्ठी there is no as such karak in Hindi designated. Saptami is adhikaran में पर and again for sambodhanam there is nothing as such. Saptami is adhikaran में. Okay, so you can pause it and write it down. I am going to erase it right now. I hope you have understood. Okay, now let us understand the meaning of this whole table and how to read it. And today we will be doing only this table, the rules of it, how to memorize it. Okay children, so now refer to what I just made you write in English and Hindi for 1 minute and then come back. So I will first teach you how to read the table. Okay, so आपको उच्चारण करना होगा. After me you can repeat 2 times. Okay, it's better if you try to repeat. So reading and how to you learning to how to read Sanskrit is also very important because in your exams questions will be given in Sanskrit only. So if you're not able to read Sanskrit, you cannot get any marks even though you know the concepts. So reading is important. So if your teacher, my teacher told me in school, so to read every day this table. Okay, and in the exam, whenever we used to get our periodic exam and midterms and all, our teacher used to tell us to write down question also and answer also. So I used to write question also, answer also. That made me familiar to all the questions, like what kind of questions can be asked, and my handwriting improved, speed also improved. You will have enough time, it's okay. So I will also advise you to do the same if possible. This will improve your reading and understanding and writing skills also in Sanskrit. Very helpful for your final exams. Okay. Now I will read it. You can look at the board, or if you have textbooks, please look at your textbooks and repeat after me. I will pause for few seconds. Akaranta pullinga balaka shabdah प्रथमा विभक्ति. ओके, अकारांत पुल्लिंग बालक शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्ति.